What would happen if Sonic and Mega Man switched games? So I was recently reading through my collection of Archie Sonic comics, and man, there are some hidden gems in these things. There's an entire issue where an evil Sonic comes from another dimension, and the only thing that's different about him is that he wears a leather jacket and sunglasses. There was also that one time that Knuckles' ancestors started a secret society and tried to take over the world. But when I was reading, I came across Sonic and Mega Man Worlds Collide, a full crossover story arc of Sonic and Mega Man. I couldn't make this up if I tried, and the best part is, it's actually good, and I enjoyed the heck out of rereading it. But it got me thinking, what would it be like if Sonic and Mega Man were in each other's games? In this video, we'll be taking a look at what the art, stories, and gameplay would be like through a few ROM hacks and see what works and what doesn't. Hey everybody, I'm Flash, and today, we'll be putting this gaming hypothetical to the test once and for all. And if you're new here and you like what you see, make sure you subscribe for more videos like this one every week. With that being said, let's swap Sonic and Mega Man. For the first part of this video, let's put Mega Man X into the world of Mobius. Mega Man's classic form is admittedly, well, a little simple. He's just like, blue jump, shoot, and sometimes slide man. And in this world, he'd be pretty out of place. But X? This guy's like blue jump and shoot man on steroids with fast speed boosts and he gets future armor. Let's not forget, he's like twice as blue. He was also actually on a 16-bit console like Sonic, so it just makes a little more sense to put him into Sonic's original games anyway. And what better game to represent this than Mega Man X in Sonic 2 by Paka. The title pretty much speaks for itself in this one, but the ROM hacker added a few other cool touches that makes this one feel much more authentic. On loading this game, you'll notice immediately that, where the f is Mega Man? But by pressing start, we're greeted with a nearly exact copy of the stage-like screen from Mega Man X, complete with the music and everything. Except here, the Mavericks are all replaced with zones from Sonic, meaning that you can still play them out of order. And actually, this addition is a welcome change. To me, Sonic's classic levels never really got harder as you went along, it was all really relative. Aquatic Ruin Zone, no problem there. Hilltop, still pretty easy. What, you want to play with seesaws with an angry red circle? Please. But Chemical Plant Zone? This stairway with grape Kool-Aid can burn in a fire. And I am so glad I can finally skip it, and X can breathe underwater, can't he? Yep, never mind, this thing was practically built for the annoying Sonic mechanics. Speaking of which, how does X play in the levels? In this hack, X's physics from his own game are replicated pretty faithfully. And guess what happens when you put wall jumps in a game with vertical alternate paths? Level design that is so good it is legally considered hentai. Seriously, X's movements is just overpowered in Sonic's world. The wall jumps just let you straight up skip parts of most levels, and X's boost ironically gives you the momentum of a spin dash at will. So here, X definitely has no trouble getting around as fast as Sonic could. But of course, this couldn't come without a few new challenges that I never really thought of before. In 2D Sonic games, Sonic's main ability to defeat enemies is by jumping on them or dashing through them. So most of the levels are built with enemies in places Sonic could easily drop onto them, before platforms, near loops, etc. But because X is hurt by contact with any enemy, this makes a lot of parts more challenging than the originals. Even with X's Buster, because you never notice it, but as Sonic, you can usually kill most of the enemies with projectiles before they even have a chance to fire. And then there's Spikes. And yes, X plus Spikes still equals... Needless to say though, Mega Man X works extremely well in the world of Sonic, and the attention to detail in this hack is just great. I mean, X can even take Robotnik's boss abilities and use them just like in his own game. But how well does he actually fit in the world? Well, let's look at it this way. On one end you have Dr. Eggman Evo Robotnik. An evil scientist bent on roboticizing the entire world. He takes woodland creatures, turns them into bugs, and angry circles. And then you have X, a super fighting robot, built to destroy evil machines and save the world. And honestly, looking at the situation, it could make for a pretty good story, with X slowly learning the value in organic life as he himself is a robot, and working to protect it by stopping the man who wants everything to be a robot. It's a pretty cool spin if I say so myself. And X's design in Sonic's world could definitely make sense if you tweaked him a little bit. And if you tried to make him a hedgehog to still keep him with a theme, you'd end up with kind of like an alternate good Metal Sonic, with a gun. Which, at the end of the day, I think would be pretty sick. Mega Man X definitely could work in Sonic's world, but what about the other way around? Although I wasn't really able to find any hack that puts Sonic in Mega Man X, I was able to find Rockman Zero 3 Sonic version, which is just a pretty basic sprite edit mod for Rockman Zero 3, but it still makes for a good example of what this could look like. Even though every time there's a cutscene, Sonic morphs into Zero, but let's ignore that for now, okay? And to be honest, not much changes at all really. The only thing is Sonic has a sword and a blaster now. Still goes super fast as his roll, just with weapons now. Imagine it like Sonic and the Black Knight, except not Sonic and the Black Knight and like Mega Man Zero 3, but Zero is Sonic. Yeah, I have no idea where I was going with that comparison, but the point is, if you made Zero look like Sonic, playing as him would still feel like Sonic. The other big problem here I see is the continuity, because I'm sorry, a blue cartoon anthropomorphic hedgehog and a Reploid are probably at opposite ends of the power spectrum. Zero could probably clone Sonic 100 times over and kill literally every single one of them at once. So for Sonic to stand any chance of survival in this world, we'd have to at least partially roboticize the guy. Heck, maybe in an alternate future where Dr. Robotnik is the good guy, having given Sonic the power he needs to not get chopped in half. And this way, Sonic could actually fit in the universe. Just look at the Mavericks, Sting Chameleon, Storm Eagle. Sonic Hedgehog would be a perfect fit. So basically, in the hypothetical universe that Sonic and Mega Man ever switch games, Sonic Man X, my wallet is ready, and Capcom hasn't made another one of these in 8 years. Crap. But anyways, that's all for today's video. I thought of this idea at random and I wanted to try it out, and to be honest, it's something I really haven't seen a lot of on YouTube, so I'm thinking of starting a series out of it. If you'd watch something like that, let me know by dropping a like on the video or in the comments, maybe with a suggestion for the next 2 characters I should swap. And as always, for more videos like this one every week, don't forget to smash that squishy red subscribe button, and enable notifications, because the algorithm has been steamrolling my channel recently. With that all said though, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, I'll be back in a flash.